Hello everyone, this is the Legacy School Sudan, Year 7, Geography Lesson 4 by Miss Nella Maki. You're going to need your geography textbook, workbook, copybook, pencil, eraser, and sharpener for this lesson. We're going to start a quick review from our previous lesson. So what does OS stand for and what do they do? The Ordnance Survey, OS, is the National Mapping Agency of the United Kingdom, and they produce maps at a range of scales for people and businesses who use maps in different ways. What is the difference between large-scale and small-scale maps? Just to refresh your mind from last lesson. So here's a table to compare the two. A large-scale map has a low number in scale, so it's for example 1 to 1250, while the small-scale map has higher number in scale. Okay, the features in the large-scale map shown are large, and it is useful for walking or cycling and so on. Small scale map, the features shown are small and it is useful for driving and so on. How are scales shown on the map? There are three ways. Okay, the scale is shown as we said, a linear scale, which is a line, and a statement when it is written, and a ratio when you say 1 to 1/250 or and so on. And how to identify and label different features on the map instead of just drawing everything on the map? Or what do we use? If you remember, we use symbols. The types of symbols used on a OS, they are abbreviations, lines, we use color, and they use drawings. How to identify the exact location of a place or a symbol on the map? If you want to tell somebody where something is on the map, so you use the grid references, right? There are two main types of grid reference. We have the 4-figure, just like here. For example, on the diagram we have here 6233, for example, this is the red the corner here. And if we say we want the 6-figure for the exact location of this shaded square here, so we're going to say 625 333. Okay, the grid reference is always for the bottom left hand corner of the grid square you are locating, as I just showed you. So what are the eastings? If you look at the diagram, the eastings are the vertical lines because they increase when they go east or along the corridor, and the northings are the horizontal grid lines, and they're called northings because they increase in value as they go north on the map or up the stairs. Okay, now for this lesson we're going to learn how do OS maps show height, direction, and slope on maps. Okay, so if you want to read the height or if you want to read the direction, you're going to learn it today. The first thing we're going to learn is the direction. Of course, this is just to refresh your mind about the directions on maps. So you can see the compass rose here. We have the north, the south, the east, and west. You must all learn this. And of course we have northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. Okay, so if you want to say a direction of something from another place or a place from another place, you're going to say it's northeast. For example, Port Sudan is northeast of Khartoum. Okay, now if you want to talk about height, a map is flat but the land it is representing is 3-dimensional. So OS maps show height to allow you to get a mental picture of the map and of what the landscape looks like. So height on OS maps is always shown in meters above sea level. There are three ways height is shown. You have the spot height, as you see it here to your right. It is marked by a dot with a height in the meters alongside. Number 2, by triangular pillars, but this is not used anymore. It is shown by a blue triangle with a dot in the middle and a height next to it. And number 3, the contour lines. This is the most the one used, thin brown lines that join together places of the same height, and the height is printed along the line. Contour lines are usually drawn at 10-meter intervals on 1 to 50,000 scale maps, and at 5-meter intervals on 1 to 25,000 scale maps. Thicker contour lines appear every 50 meters, so when you read on the map the contour lines, you'll know that you're 50 meters apart. And the number of contour lines are always displayed in ascending height. But if the numbers increase, it indicates an uphill slope, and if the number decrease, it indicates a downhill slope. Okay, so the picture to your right, it shows you an uphill slope, right? Because the numbers are increasing on the contour lines, if you can see them. Okay, so if you look at the picture above, it shows you how these two hills are shown on the map. This is to imagine how it looks like. Okay, and the slope, if contour lines are close together, the slope is steep. If you look at the picture below, the contour lines are very close together, and if they are far apart, the slope is gentle, similar to the picture on your right. Okay. Now, how can we use aerial photos with OS Maps? So what is an aerial photo? It is like it shows the land, how the land looks like from above. It's like a photograph taken from the air, from above. They are taken from an airplane or commonly from satellites. It is possible to view photographs of most places in the world using computer software such as Google Earth. I'm going to show you a demonstration of it in a separate video. It's very, very interesting. You must all download Google Earth and try to find and discover some places. Image A is a vertical photograph of Southampton in the UK, showing the same area and using the same scale at MapFlap D. I'm going to attach it to you. You can use photos like these to identify both physical and human geographical features. Remember what we talked about, human and human features and and physical features. Human, they show you the cities where the people live and they work and everything, and so it is possible to identify different land uses such as buildings, roads, fields and industry in this picture, okay, in this aerial photograph. The city of Southampton is near the coast. It is a built-up area and most of the land is used for housing and industry. So towns and cities like this are called urban areas. Look carefully at the map of Southampton over here, okay. You can see over here the urban area where the people live. It's full of buildings and roads and everything, okay. So look carefully at the area in the southwest corner over here, okay, of the photo. You will see lots of fields. More open areas like these in the countryside are called rural areas, okay. Now for your homework, please answer the following questions in your geography copybook. Page 15, questions 1, 3 and 4, and page 16, questions 1, 2 and 3 in the textbook. Remember to write the date and geography lesson 4 at the top of the page. And also you have to answer pages 8 and 9 in the workbook. Thank you very much. This was a Legacy School Sudan Geography lesson by Ms. Nada Mekki.